you know what he was like, weren't he? Who were fucking horrible, wasn't he? And he'd smashed a couple of younger lads in first half who were fucking naughty. And we were going off at half time, and I just said, fucking hell, Muzzy, I says, pick on someone your own size. Didn't expect out of it. Turned around, just fucking me. Right? So your natural reaction is to have a go back, innit? So fucking gone. Next, as I've gone to go for him, my goalie coach is behind me, Andy leaning, got hold of my arms like that, saying, I don't want you getting in trouble. I'm like, so I'm kicking my legs out and everything and trying to have a go back. And then, remember Danny Dickio? Yeah. He weren't even involved. He's got a suit on. He's hitting me over the head from behind with a fucking plastic Lucasade bottle. I'm like, what the fuck? You get the fuck off me. I'm getting penalties. So it all went off in tunnel. And then we goes in and in changing rooms, and Warnock's gone, the fuck's gone off, what's gone, Moore's gone, Gaffer, Muscat's headbutted Paddy, Paddy's defended himself, we're fucking all waded in, we look, fucking love all that, boys, brilliant, fair play to you, we stick together, Paddy, fucking don't take no shit off him, fair play to you, blah blah blah. Next thing, referee comes in, Neil, Paddy, can you come in my room? So he goes in his room, and there were Muscat and Dennis Wise, who were manager at Millwall at the time, stood there, and he went, I'm afraid to say I'm going to have to give you a red card and you a red card, you're both off. And we didn't have a sub. We're losing 1-0 at half time. We didn't even have a sub keeper on bench. Warnock never had one. So he goes back in change rooms. I sit down in my same spot. I'm like, Warnock looked at me and went, "What are you fucking doing?" I went, "What? What are you fucking doing?" I went, "Sat here." I went, "Get out of my fucking sight! You've just been sent off. You've just been buzzing that I've defended myself, and now you're telling me to get out. It made me see in shower. I'm sat in shower like this." And then to top it all off, we come back and won 2-1 with Jags in goal. And then end the game, he's going, we don't need you no more, Paddy, we've got Jack. Oh, thanks.
Did he used to do much goalkeeping training, Jags, or not?
He'd just come and have a few volleys now and again. He was probably better than all of us.
Because he never used to have a sub on bench, did he?
No, he didn't, no.
Pressure.
Yeah.
Feeling the... Maybe if you felt the calf going around, well, I can't go off.
A few years later, we were playing Arsenal in Premier League, and I took a goal kick and Grime went, and he had to go and goal for that. Jags did. We were winning 1-0, and Jags went in goal for half an hour. We made some good saves. He did, to be fair to him.
And Jags just like had a go at it. Just
well, he could play. He used to play right back, centre half, midfield, goalie. He'd run line a few times.
It's a bit like a Swiss Army knife, wasn't it?
I love the idea as well that you were taking, you've got a bit of a reputation for taking players with you. Is it Paddy Kenny that have you had Paddy Kenny at 5 clubs?
5, yeah, probably. Yeah, when I took him to,
is he off the nightness?
It was what?
Is he off the nightness?
I know.
Remember that?
He was at Bradford Park Avenue, and I went to watch him. A chunky little lad he were, but I loved him. He mouthed off. He shouted to his defenders, and he come and he was brave as a lion. And I'd only watched about half an hour, and I said, "Yeah, we'll have him." So we went and we signed him at Bury, and he came over, and I said, "Listen, I want you to have more experience, Paddy, than Bradford now. So I'm going to send you on loan." So where am I going, Gaffer? He says, I said, "You're going to Whitby, son." "Whitby, where's that?" I said, "Up top here, from up above Scarborough." I said, "Lovely place." And I remember him he went for 3 months, which was the best thing he could do, because the man's game up there. But he rang me one, I think it was 1 December or January, when it was really cold. "Gaffer," he says, "any chance of me coming back?" He said, "It's the coldest place I've ever been to." But he come back, and he was, I've always had good goalies. I've always got good goalies. Going back to Notts County, I had Steve Cherry, and I've had Francis at Huddersfield, and loads of others. But I could never sign strikers.
Could you not?
Oh, we're bad with strikers. Bloody hell.
You got half of it right then, because I was always, well, everybody should know in football, they've heard about that much. You always look at your goal scorer and your goalkeeper, your first two players, and you improve those two if you need to as quickly as you possibly can. Perhaps a goalkeeper's easier to find, but the front man is not as easy. But
And then, all goalies think they're strikers, by the way. If you actually in the
Edison
5-a-side,
they like to play out up front. There, they do,
don't they? They always want to go up front, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
When did you feel like you got in Waros Circle? I think we spoke a bit about, he used to get lads on a core of players that he could call in and kind of...
He trusted.
Yeah. When did you feel like you made that?
Through that Sheffield United time with him.
Even the first season, did you think?
Yeah. I think, because it was just like the way he was. He just knew that you were classed. If you had a meeting and you wanted a few main lads, you'd be one of them. And like when we were at QPR one time, Adele Trapp was about not coming in for training and stuff like that, and he got like me, Sean Derry, Clint Hill, and he's like, just bite bullet with him, he'll get us promoted, don't kick off, don't knock him out, I know what he was like. So Adele again had not turned up. We're playing Sheffield United on TV on a Monday or Tuesday night, and he'd not turned up for training, and we'd done team obviously on the day before and subs, and everyone's there at ground, and I literally turned up as Adele were arguing with Warnock Tunnel. He'd been to Morocco or France or somewhere, and he come back and he's like, they're in the hallway arguing, and I've walked in, he's gone, Paddy, come with us to my office. So I've gone in the office and he's gone, this cheeky wants to play today. He says, I've named team, I've got subs, he comes off, can't he? He says, what would you do? I went, I'll play him. He went, what? I went, I'll play him, he'll win your game. You told us that, have a win. He'll get us promoted. I said, so there you go. He went, right, I'll tell you what, Adele, you're playing. He went, it's on your red, Paddy. Oh, fucking hell, So we've gone back in changing rooms. I'm thinking, sits down. Right, lads, there's been a change of plan. I'm playing Adele. Paddy said. I'm thinking, who's he going to drop? Who's not going to be on bench? I'm like, oh, fuck. And to be fair, I think he set all 3 goals up, so we won 3-0.
Jeez, man. I mean,
you always seem to be well liked wherever you go.
I think they can relate to me, can't they? Because I was just normal.
Yeah.
Always with that little bit chunky one. I always fucked about. Listen, when there were times to be serious, I was serious. Do you know what I mean? Apart from that Rotherham one time with pork pie.
Go on, yeah. Tell us about it. Go on.
So we played Rotherham. It was obviously South Yorkshire derby. It's on Sky at the old Millmore. And second half, I'm coming up to their away fans, their corner. I'm running up, got my towel and my drink. And for some reason, they were singing "You Fat Bastard," right? So I'm like, cheeky bastards. So I post me drink.
Turning around, look at who are they shouting at?
That happened to me at Sheffield Wednesday once, right? They were singing "You Fat Bastard." I turned around, this bloke must have been 25 stone, stood up singing it. Oh, pointing him saying, "You cheeky twat." Honestly. So I fucking me drink and me towel beside post, and he hears this, "Kenny, you fat you on a pork pie?" I looked up and there's a bloke stood there with a pack of 6 pork pies like that. So I went, I do, yeah. So I've walked over, picked this pot, and I'm lent on stand, eating this, and they were buzzing off me now.
Yeah.
So they were all clapping me and fucking going, hey, fair play, Paddy.
It's on Sky as well,
It's on Sky, this game. I'm eating this pork pie. Anyway, second half's just about to start. So as I walk back to the goal, this bloke behind goal's gone, do you want another? I went, yeah, I do, yeah. So I've gone back, picked another pork pie up, walked into the goal. Game's playing now. I'm stood there eating.
Did you just forget where you were or something, or just didn't care?
And I like putting up. So anyway, I'm eating this pork pie. Ate it. Well, 10 minutes later, pastry gives me heartburn. So 10 minutes later, I'm went over. I can hardly fucking breathe. Right, like,
Are you running?
balls out over end. Of
Have you any chesties?
Over end of pitch.
Sorry.
Too many times now. So I'm there like, couldn't breathe. I'm like, my chest is kind of looked over. Dennis, what physio? I've gone, Dennis, have you got any rainies? I've got heartburn. He went, yeah, I have. How have you got that? I went, you don't want to fucking know.
Never mind.
Did Blackwell follow him to Sheffield straight away? Did he take him with him?
Yeah, Blackwell went from Bury to Sheffield with him. But after that first season, we had that amazing season. It was an amazing season, even though we didn't achieve out, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He went off to Leeds then with, I forget who manager now. But he went as assistant manager to Leeds. Obviously, they were in Premier League.
Who will be manager then? Don't know why I'm not going to get into.
yeah.
Oh, I can picture him now.
Not Reed.
Yeah, Peter Reid.
Was that-
Peter Reid, yeah. Peter Reid.
How did you get on with him?
Blackwell. All right, I liked his training. His training were 100 mile an hour, always sharp. We clashed big time. I think what he found is he fucked off. He knew me from Borough. He knew me from Sheffield United when I first come. And I was always quite quiet. But then all of a sudden, you're 200 games into your career, you want main lads in the dressing room. And then when he come back, we clashed because he didn't like it. All of a sudden, I've played international, I've played in Premier League. I'm 250, 300 games into my career. And he didn't like it that I had an opinion then.
He thought he could still bully you.
Yeah, and all of a sudden now we're having none of it, and I was fucking standing up to him, and he did not like it at all.
We've not had one person say a good word about him, have we?
No.
He one time sent me home on Christmas Day one time for being 3 minutes late for training. So we were playing Wolves on Boxing Day, and we were early kick off, and we were training we had to be in for 6 o'clock at the stadium, training at 6:30, and then go down to the hotel on Christmas Day. And I'd been up in Halifax seeing my kids, and it had been snowing coming back, so obviously I had to take my time, and I got back at 3 minutes past. I got in at 3 minutes past 6, so I worked late for start of training. And he stood there looking at his watch when I walked in thing, and I looked at him and went, "Everything all right, Gaffer?" And he went, "No, you're taking fucking piss late on Christmas Day." I just looked at him and I went, "You're 3 minutes late, you're winding me up. So his train doesn't start for another 27 minutes. So obviously that's got me back up now, thinking, well, you're being so fucking petty. I goes in dressing rooms, he follows me in, he starts going at me, and I'm like, fuck off. And he went, "I tell you what, get in your car, get changed, and home." So I did. And Sam Ellis was the assistant saying, "Oh, Paddy, stayed up." I'm like, fuck off. Man, he just told me to go. I'm going. He can fuck off unless he asked me to stay. So as I was going out, he fucking pulled me in physio room and he wanted to fight me. He's saying, "I think me and you have got to get a few things off his chest. I think we should have a fight." Go on, Kev. So
Kev, I'm full of turkey here, man. I've had
an extra fucking Yorkshire pudding and everything. He wanted to fight me, and I just said, "Listen," I says, "if you want to have a fight, you hit me," because he wanted me to hit him. I said, "If you want to have a fight, you hit me, and then we'll fucking have it." I says, "Because you're manager." I says, "I'm not hitting you first." And he ended up fucking me off. And I didn't play for 3 or 4 games. And then when he brought me back into the team, I was playing really well, few clean sheets. Pulled me in his office, he went, "Do you know what, you weren't playing too well before that, and that's why I did it. I wanted a reaction out of you." I was like, fuck off.
The puppet master.
Yeah.
We're playing Crystal Palace away on a Tuesday night, and I'd actually agreed a new contract on the Tuesday morning, and I was going to be signing it on the Wednesday when I got back. I was going to stay at the hotel. Anyway, I played in the game, and it was actually one of my old teammates, Sean Derry. 50-50 with him. I'd done my knee ligaments and cartilage, and instead of like signing my new deal, I was having a scan on my knee. That night, I mean, having an operation.
But, is this Sheffield United? Or?
Yeah, and this contract all of a sudden weren't there, and it was 4 months I were off table. Warren didn't speak to me much, because if you were no good to him sometimes, he didn't speak to you. But the minute I were about a couple of weeks off being fit, I were main man again. And then all of a sudden contract were on the table, wasn't it? But I refused to sign it unless they backdated it to when we agreed. So I thought, standing my ground here, I managed to get my money back.
What's it like negotiating like that? You know, you move through clubs. Is it like, do you do much? Your agent does most of it? Do you tell your agent?
Yeah, I always tell this one when I forget. I were at Sheffield and doing well. Apparently, a few clubs were sniffing around and all this. Like my agent was like, so I worked on a lot. I think I were on like 1,200 quid a week, which were not a lot compared to some. I know in reality it is a lot of money, but not to like what some of the players were on at the time. And my agent just literally says, "You should be earning blah, blah, blah. I'm going to get you $7,000 a week." And I'm like, "You ain't going to pray get me $7,000 a week from that." He went, "I am. You just trust me and stick with me, and I'll get you $7,000 a week." So anyway, first contract off. So my agent went to see Warnock and club, and they were like, "Yeah, we think he deserves a new deal. We'll give him one." So it was literally first contract were like 2,200. No. Week later, 3,300. No. Week later, 4,000. So like from 1,200 to 4,000, you're like, it's literally a ridiculous wage rise. I'm just like, no. So at this point now, Warnock's getting off with me, and he's literally got me. And one day he's just gone, "You greedy bastard." He says, "I remember you were on 400 quid a week at Berra, and now you're turning down $4,000. He went, "You're a fucking joke." And I'm like, "Gaffer, well, man." He went, "No, don't speak to you. I'm fucking with you." But luckily enough, I was going international duty, and I'll never forget. I got over to Ireland. I'd landed in Dublin, and I had a voicemail. "Do me a favour, stay in Ireland, don't come back, I don't want you no more."
Really?
That's what he said, right?
In a squeaky voice.
Hell, I've had enough of you. So anyway, I'm away. I'm thinking, happy days. I'm away for 10 days, buzzing. On like last couple of days when I was there, my agent rings me up and he went, "Right, they've agreed on, you've got your $7,000 a week." I'm like, "What?" He went, "Well, they've gone to see Kevin McCabe, the owner, and he's basically just said give him what he wants. So when you get back, following day, I'll meet you at ground and sign your deal." So I goes to training, Bramall Lane, and goes in Warnock's office. My agent's in there, and the chief exec contracts on the table. Next thing, door opens behind me. Warnock walks in, puts his arm around me and went, "If anyone deserves that, son, it's you," and walked off laughing. No, I didn't fucking speak to me for 4 weeks. He got right kite on me. Call me all names under the sun. But he said afterwards, he says, "Well, it's one of them, isn't it? If I get you for X amount, I might be able to use the rest of it for another player." And that's how it works.
Someone mentioned, was there a bit of a tunnel battle at Chelsea?
We beat them 1-0 at Loftus Road. And it were all that time when all that racism stuff happened with John Terry and Anton Ferdinand. Yeah. So there were a lot of stuff going off on pitch to do with that. And they didn't like it that we beat them. They had 2 men sent off, they had 9 men. And they fucking lost the fucking little QPR, do you know what I mean? And they were raging, there were all sorts of shit going off. And I remember going up tunnel at end of game, and I chucked a left in, and then I heard all this commotion going off in tunnel. So I run back, I'm stood like up over everyone, looking down, and Ivanovic had got 2 of our players in headlocks, and I looked and I thought, I fucked off back into Jesse. I thought, he's a fucking monster, I'm not getting involved with him.